Hello students, welcome to Vishmal Education channel. Today we are going to have a complete analysis on Iran's nuclear deal. In between 2000 and 2015, Iran began accelerating its development of nuclear weapons. This nuclear weapons program of Iran aggravated the already existing hostility with United States because United States saw Iran nuclear weapons program as a regional threat as well as a global threat, including to the national security of the United States. So this has forced the Obama administration to first impose a set of economic sanctions on Iran, and it had also ran a series of covert operations along with Israel, including cyber warfare options. All this was done only to exert limited pressure on Iran. Even though the Obama administration was exerting limited pressure on Iran, it always kept the path for diplomacy open, and this is what allowed the European countries to mediate a popular nuclear deal, that is, the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action. This deal was signed in 2015 between the P5+1 countries, Iran and European Union. So here P5 includes 5 permanent members of United Nations Security Council and the one referred to Germany. These countries signed the landmark nuclear deal in 2015, which sought to contain Iran's nuclear program by limiting its enrichment capabilities. Here, Iran was forcibly made to accept this deal because of the economic sanctions imposed by the United States that has resulted in crippling of Iran's economy. In return for Iran's willingness to accept the terms of the deal, the United States agreed to lift the economic sanctions, and this has helped in reducing the tensions between United States and Iran, and it has also brought a sense of regional stability in the Middle East region. But however, Iran's regional rivals like Israel and Saudi Arabia were not at all happy with the deal because for them, Iran represents a much larger geopolitical problem, and they are not just concerned about Iran's nuclear weapons. For the United States and for Western European countries, the main concern about the Iran is its nuclear weapons. Whereas for Iran's regional rivals like Israel and Saudi Arabia, Iran's nuclear weapons was not the only threat, and they always thought to counter Iran's excessive influence in the Middle East region, which allowed Iran to establish itself as a leader of Shia's power bloc. So this position of Iran as a leader of Shia's power bloc has directly challenged Saudi Arabia, which itself sees as a leader of Sunni power bloc. So then for Israel, Iran represents an existential threat as both the countries have been fighting against each other for several decades over the Palestinian issue as well as over the regional geopolitical issues. As a part of this regional rivalry, Israel and Saudi Arabia has sponsored a number of covert attacks against Iran, and Iran has also responded by sponsoring a number of non-state actors like Hamas, Hezbollah and other outfits which seeks to target Israeli and Saudi Arabian interests. So till now what we have understood, this regional influence. So Israel and Saudi Arabia were not at all happy with Iran nuclear deal because of the reason that Iran's nuclear deal has allowed Iran to regain its influence back in the Middle East region. And what we have also understood, Western countries, especially the United States, have already satisfied that they have blocked the path for nuclear weapons for Iran. Then came the Trump administration, whose interest was more allied to that of Israel and Saudi Arabia. See, here both Israel and Saudi Arabia they are always been close allies with United States. But the interest of the Trump administration was even more aligned with Israel and Saudi Arabia, and this is what motivated the Trump to quit JCPOA, that is Iran nuclear deal. Even to United Nations have acknowledged that Iran was abiding by all the constraints and the obligations that was placed upon it under nuclear deal. As mandated under the deal, Iran had cut down As mandated under the deal, Iran had cut down its nuclear enrichment and it was in the process of shutting down of its nuclear weapon program. But the sudden and unilateral withdrawal of the United States from the deal and the imposition of strict economic sanctions against Iran led to a significant escalations and tensions between United States and Iran, and it has also provided a window of opportunity for the regional rivalries like Israel in order to target Iran with a series of covert and overt operations that were designed to target not just Iran's nuclear weapons program but also to target Iran's influence in the Middle East region. As a result, Iran carried out a series of bombings in Syria where Assad government is seen as a close ally of Iran, and this has allowed Iran to nurture a number of militant outfits in Syria who would target the interest of Israel as well as Saudi Arabia. So these camps in Syria sponsored by the Iran were bombed by Israeli through covert operations, and Israel's intelligence agencies have also launched a number of covert operations targeting against Iran's nuclear secrets and Iran's nuclear scientists. Reportedly in 2018, the Israel's intelligence agency carried out a daring operation inside Iran, and they have actually stolen top secrets of nuclear documents. So from many years, Israel's intelligence agency is known to assassinate top nuclear scientists of Iran only to derail Iran's nuclear weapons program. This window had allowed Israel and even Saudi Arabia to weaken Iran's influence in the Middle East region through their overt and covert operations, and this has led to a significant escalation of tension between these countries. But now Biden administration, which is all set to replace the Trump administration, has promised to go back to the nuclear deal with the sole focus of preventing Iran from acquiring the nuclear bombs, and it is quite clear that the Biden administration wouldn't be so bothered about Iran's regional rivalries between Israel and Saudi Arabia. Just a few weeks before the Joe Biden could be inaugurated as a president of United States, there were a high-profile assassination in Iran. A top nuclear scientist of Iran was assassinated, and Iran has blamed this attack on Israel. Interestingly, what is that? Israel has not denied this claim made by the Iran, which clearly points to its involvement in the assassination of the nuclear scientist belonging to Iran. So what my opinion is that this assassination was designed to instigate Iran deliberately before Biden takes power, because here if you can observe carefully, this assassination was designed to instigate Iran deliberately before Biden takes power, because if Iran were to retaliate against this assassination, it would lead to an escalation in the already tense region, and this would cut off the path for diplomacy that would be available for the Biden administration. But as of now, Iran chosen for time being not to carry out any sort of military retaliation in the Middle East region, either against Israel or Saudi Arabia. This calibrated approach of Iran leaves some hope that diplomacy is still possible and might allow the Biden administration to rework the nuclear deal and provide for a stability in the Middle East region. But however, Iran has already taken a calculated step in order to step out the tensions if required. Iran's parliament, which is dominated by the hardline factions, has passed a law which mandates the Iranian government to stop United Nations inspections of its nuclear sites. Basically, International Atomic Energy Agency inspectors who were given access to Iran nuclear sites as part of the Iran nuclear deal, their access would be revoked as per this law passed by the Iran parliament in the recent past. Next, Iranian parliament has mandated the government to step up nuclear enrichment, which currently was curtailed to below 5% to 20% enriched uranium, which is one step away from 90% enrichment that is needed for the development of nuclear weapons, and hence 90% enriched uranium is also known as weapons grade uranium. This law passed by the Iranian parliament gives a 2 months notice to the European partners of the nuclear deal in order to ease the economic sanctions on Iran. This is basically a calculated risk that Iran is taking, and if the Biden administration come back to the negotiating table, then Iran can easily reverse this policy and go back to the diplomatic initiative. But however, if the US fail to negotiate, and if Israel and Saudi Arabia keep targeting Iran with their overt and covert attacks, then Iran could easily escalate the tensions by stepping up its nuclear weapons program. So, these volatile developments in the West Asian region is bound to directly affect India's interest because of the economic and strategic stakes that India has in this Middle East region. Thank you.